What's up? My name is Devin, also go by Infinite or Prod by Infinite. I don't know if I did that in the right direction. Hopefully I did. So here's the thing. Dark EBK Jaaybo type beats. Get into it, bro. All right, so I made this loop right here off camera because I'm actually prepping for boom, Legacy 2. I don't know when this video is dropping, but I'm planning on dropping this like first week of November. So if this video is before it, be on the lookout. If this video is after it, go get it. You feel me? But basically got the accents, loops, melody starters, midis, mixer presets, one shots, vocals and stuff like that. I just got all these loops right here and I just like stopped recording for a bit just to make a bunch of loops, bro. And this is one of them. And I was going through these loops and I was like, this one goes crazy, bro. So I'm going to show y'all the loop, break down how I made the loop, and then we're going to add some drums to it. Now, first thing I did when I was making this loop was go over in the sky keys. And then I got the about time preset and I made this like really simple repetitive pattern. Now, 27 Club actually made a song with Jaaybo that was on his last project, and I really like that beat. I think it was Fully Buyers, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to them. Definitely got inspiration from them on this beat. I was like, what if I did like a simple repetitive thing, kind of like how they did? I think that'd be kind of cool. Then after that, got to get cool little dark, deep piano. This is just the first preset in Keyscape. And then to accompany that, I got this bass in Morphine, which is a stock FL Studio plugin. And as you can see, these two notes right here are matching these two notes right here. Because sometimes when you line up and you sync up some sounds, it sounds really cool when they start getting layered. You know what I mean? So if you look at the Morphine preset right here, I got one little note right here, and then I got the two right here that match up with this one. But this one little extra note right here is going to add like a whole bunch of bounce. Watch. You know what I mean? And just doing small little differences like that is going to give you more bounce and also make things sound fuller because you're layering these and then you're also using these to make like a little extra bounce and everything. Now, I don't know what happened to my choir contact bank, but it has like this weird noise on top of it. Pretend that you don't hear it. But yeah, that's just the choir Omina, the altos. And then I just took this knob right here. I think it's originally right here. I just turned it up. You know what I mean? Just so the choir sounded a little bit more aggressive. I don't know why that little noise on top is coming out right now. When I made the loop initially and I exported it, the sound was not there. For some reason, I can't get rid of it. I don't know how to. I tried reloading it, but it wasn't working. Then got that echo bass. You feel me? The big bottom TOTC bass. You right click right here on presets and then you go to where the basses are, which is right here. It's the first one. And this one, I didn't do like the whole progression. I really just layered it up with those two notes at the end like this. And on top of that, I actually cut out all of the low end. So when you listen to them, all three, you know what I mean? They all gel together like pretty well. Also, the Keyscape has low end cut out too. Then just added some ear candy. I mean, classic West Coast wah. Some vocals. I believe these are from the first Legacy kit. And then after that, what I did was I like mixed it. So I turned a lot of these sounds down and I opened up Ozone 10 and I did the learning feature. So it listens to the loop and then it kind of makes like adjustments and adds things where it sees fit. And then I kind of like adjusted it from there. Usually it'll be like boom, it'll be like boom with the EQ. But I was like, I don't need all that. So whenever I do the learning thing, I always like adjust it afterwards. Added a stabilizer. Don't know what that does, if I'm being honest. Impact. No clue. Imager is basically doing like the wideness, how wide something is or how narrow something is. So if you see like stereo mono, this is kind of doing that. The cool thing about this though is that you can change the width, so like the stereo mono, for certain sections of frequency. So like let's say the low end you want that more mono, but the high end you want that more stereo. You can do that with this. So that's why like certain things are blocked off with these like little markers right here. Dynamic EQ, have no clue. I think it's just EQ that moves or reacts to certain things, something like that. And then maximizer, this is really gonna make it like louder, compress it, stuff like that. With this, I usually just take the ceiling and I bring it all the way up to 0, and then I'll change the threshold, and that threshold is gonna help you determine like how loud and compressed it is. I think I'm not an expert. I just move knobs until it sounds like how I want it to sound. I don't really know what I'm doing for real, bro. I just mess around with things until it sounds cool. Also, one more thing, when I'm mastering my loops, I usually only do it for loop kits, because when you're presenting a loop to someone via a loop kit, you want it to be loud, presentable, and you want people to feel like, yo, I need to use this right now. And when I'm making beats from scratch, I don't necessarily like master my loops, just because I just level it in comparison to the drums. The last thing I'm gonna say about this loop is when I'm mastering it, I like making sure it's hitting around -3 dB. It could be a little bit higher, a little bit lower. I play it based on feel, and I just try to get it around that range. So if you look, the first hit, it hits above -3, and on certain bass hits, it'll hit up there too, but mostly it's kind of around like 6 right here. But with that being said, let's open up a new project right here. Let's get some drums on this thing, bro. I said, let's get some okay, thank you. So let's go in here to the unreleased, or maybe released, depending on when you see this video. Let's get that out. I called it Fusion, right? Bring it down to 88. We can just bring in the midis too, because for each loop, there's the FLP and the MIDI. So I'm gonna get the MIDI for it real quick. So when we're like laying 808s and stuff like that, we can kind of get like an idea of where we should be putting notes. We can also just change this to C minor. And then we can start getting busy, bro. Now, new drum kit alert, you feel me? Gatekeep Drums Volume 1, brother. But yeah, new kit, 808s, beat builders, claps, hi-hat rolls, hi-hats, kicks, open hats, percussion sounds, rims, risers, snaps, and snares. Did I say beat builders? Yeah, we got beat builders in here too. Going crazy. I'll leave a link in the description for this. This is going to be the go-to drum kit for the foreseeable future. So if you like how my drum sounds on my beats, this is a great place to look for drums. All right, so we usually go for a clap all the time, but I kind of want to start using snares a little bit more often. So I'm going to get this go-to snare. We're going to bring it in. We're going to see how that works in a Jaaybo beat. Let's get some stomps in here. We can use that at the end. We can use this one for a boom, boom, boom. Okay, so I'm gonna do 3 different stomps. We're gonna have that first one, the Soul Link one, for the beginning right there. We're gonna have the Omega one just kind of at the end. And then we're gonna have a third one that kind of, or maybe we can go open hat instead. That kind of layers with some of the sounds over here in this section. Yeah, maybe we can go open hat instead. Gatekeep Drums, let's get an open hat. Oh, also, let me show y'all like the best update in FL Studio history, bro. Go over to the envelope, and you know how we always go like, all that stuff. You can save presets. Boom, 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 boom. And then you can like save as, and you can make it like your own preset and everything. Click down, go to. Fucking beautiful, dog. But yeah, let's get some layering down. Let's see how this is gonna work. These ones right here, copy. Actually, let's go Alt K. It'll bring them all to the C note, and let's just bring the velocity down so it's not like super loud. Yeah, right there. Let's get this one, and let's do like a reverse thing. And we're gonna mess with the length so it starts when we want it to. And let's just find out where we can lay that. Let's get some percussion in here real quick. Oh, let's get some shakers in here too. Oh, wait, lasers. Ooh, that was kind of tough. I want to do like a pattern right here. I want to do like a roll. Okay. Ooh, I like that one. I don't know how I feel about that rim roll. We're gonna mute it for now, but that might not make the cut. Let's get a hi-hat roll. That's tough. Off rip, first one. Okay, so with the FL Studio update, not every single sound can be automatically stretched. So before you use it, just make sure to turn it on stretch mode. Just make sure that little time knob gets moved a little bit when you turn it on stretch mode. And let's also get like some risers in here. And then maybe a more triangle one. Do this one. Fade the velocity down. Now we need to figure out what we're going to do for this first half. So you just lay one down and just see where that takes us, man. I think I want to do like a little ascending thing. I like that. 808 switch up. Ooh, that might be tough. Ooh, watching might be the one. So I'm thinking fast lane or watching for the most part. Let's bring both of them in there and just see what's up. I'm just gonna copy over the synth bass pattern into the 808 just so I can see how it's gonna sound first, and then from there we can like switch it up. Ooh, that might be the one off rip. All right, now let's hear the other one real quick. I don't know, man. This one's a little quieter, so like let's try boosting it. Let's also make it a little bit shorter. Oh my. Oh yeah, that's hard. That's hard. Dude, I think that's it. We just need to arrange. Get rid of the snares. Maybe bring the hi-hats in at the 4-bar mark. Get rid of the hi-hat rolls. Get rid of the... Oh no, actually we can keep the little triangle riser. Get rid of the kick for sure. We'll get rid of those. Turn these down a little bit too. Also, I'm gonna take those out. Yeah. Also, I'm gonna throw the glass break on it. Is it crazy to get rid of that? Maybe not. Oh, then maybe bring it back in right there. Okay, so what I'm thinking is bringing that part back in. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool how it is. So maybe we can get rid of the choir on the second half of the verse. Copy over all this stuff right here. Go boom. All right, let's get that final listen through real quick, man.
Hey, go ahead, Infinite.
Oh my gosh. All right. Thank you very much for watching. And with that being said, that's going to conclude the video. My name is Devin. I also go by Infinite or Prop by Infinite. If you want that legacy kit, hopefully you're watching it after it's released, so it's available and everything. If you like the drums in the video, Gatekeep Drums Volume 1. Leave a link in the description. I'm out.